Hi, I'm Kathy.
And I'm Missy.
And we're Two Needles Pulling Thread. Welcome back.
Hello.
It's the 28th of February. And the Maine forecast is warm-ish, foggy, very, very foggy. And tomorrow's going to be freezing cold. So
I keep telling Teresa Garden Goose that we are 2 days behind them with their weather.
Yep. I saw a thing today. It says, Mother Nature, you can't have all the seasons in 1 week. And Mother Nature says, hold my beer.
Yeah.
So we've had everything from 20s to 50s and sun and rain and snow and
it's crazy.
Welcome to Maine.
But March can be
Difficult.
Quite the lion.
Yeah.
So I'm predicting 2 major storms in March. And then if we don't have any, I'll be really happy.
I'm going for one.
Because it's going to happen.
People are acting like it's April and May. It's
That's the
weird.
thing. It's false.
Yeah.
False.
False spring. So, what have you been up to?
Nothing. Work. Very little stitching. Just
Life.
yeah. Not much stitching time when I go to bed early or than I'm used to. Although last night insomnia got me.
Uh-oh.
So I was up until 1:30, 1:45. And I had to be up at 6.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was not fun.
It'll be good to hang out with Ellie today, though.
I did.
So.
I did.
And a couple weeks, right after we filmed, we went to Brandy's house for a Library Stitchers little stitch day and retreat and shopping trip.
Yes, that was fun.
So, yeah, not much else has happened. So,
nope, we've got a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We've got some questions that people sent or asked on Instagram one day, and so we have some of that and
a little of this, little of that, and a whole lot of nothing.
Right.
So
not jam-packed, but that's okay.
So awesome. Let's jump in.
Wonderful.
Previous. Those aren't.
No, that's for the question. That's why I told you to pull out your.
Yeah, you guys. It's obvious what mine is. I mean, we just talked about it.
Okay.
FFOs.
No.
I have one. I have two. I have two. Well, technically 3, but these are so much fun. These are the Satsuma Street Butterflies. I did the bunnies. I used my own beads. So I picked and chose. Pick and choose.
Whatever. You chose whatever you wanted?
Yeah. So this one has the white stitching, and I matched the beads. This one I put all kinds of beads in. So I added some white beads in that one, and now I've started on the bees, birds. So those are fun, and I just ordered some more paper. So
you need a tree, a metal tree to hang those on.
I have a little white. It's a white Christmas tree about yay tall. I got it from the Dollar Tree. I have a black one.
That's not big enough.
It might be, though, to go here. Instead of the berries.
And
on the
what
other
else?
side. Well, no. See the berries beside you?
Yes.
Yeah. Anyways, and then...
I'm not going to use the H word with you.
I don't know which H word. I'm thinking of one, but
there's a show.
Oh, yeah. That's not the word I was thinking. It sounded a lot like that, and I'm like,
no.
Well, I am a bag whore, you know.
So,
so this is
really cute.
Jelly Bean Garden by Brenda Gervais with Thy Needle.
It's very pretty.
And I just haven't decided. I'm going to put a bow here with maybe a covered button. But this is just an egg round. Well, it's not a round, but an egg wood from Target Dollar Spot from last year.
Yep.
So I didn't see any this week when I went, but yeah.
I think we're all thrown off, though, that Easter is in a month.
Well,
almost literally.
March 17th is St. Patrick's Day, and then a week and a half later it's Easter. So,
and the time changes next week or this weekend.
It's this weekend? Oh, please don't.
I don't know which one it is. If it's this weekend or next weekend.
I hope it's next weekend.
For those of us, some people live where they don't change the time.
Yep.
But that's the extent of what I know. I wouldn't know where or the geography.
So,
well, those are cute.
Yeah. Finishes? Nada? I do have one.
Nope, none.
This was a start and a finish.
This is really
this actually only took like 3 days maybe.
Andrea, I'm wearing my sweatshirt.
Andrea, I forgot to buy one. Couldn't find it
I
actually.
thought you were. Oh,
yeah,
we miscommunicated. Well, we didn't miscommunicate. Right. I misunderstood.
Well, I misunderstood. Anyways.
Have to look now.
This is Blossom and Birds by Erin Elizabeth Designs.
Very pretty.
Love.
Did you get those things in yet?
I did. I have them in my home.
Oh, okay.
On 28 count mushroom Lagana with all the called for DMC. And
someone's gonna call you on how you say that. Lugana.
Shush. We're gonna talk about not language speak.
Listen.
So
there's a whole different speak in New England, depending on where you are.
Oh, I've got green glitter on it. I have green glitter on my table. The white was the hardest.
It's very pretty.
But I love it. I love it. I love it. And it was a very, very
Those are
quick
really realistic chickadees.
4 colors. Three colors. 4 colors.
Yeah.
Doing the math.
Okay. That's nice. I like it.
Erin, awesome. Awesome job.
Beautiful.
So that one will probably get stitched again. So that's it. Starts? Did you start anything?
Starts.
All right, you go.
So, and this is part of haul that I technically started this before the last floss tube, but I didn't have a bag to put it in. I didn't want to haul it out. But
you didn't have a bag to put it in.
No, I'm going to explain.
Okay.
See how much space that takes up? I needed a bigger bag for this.
Oh.
So this was a custom order with Jess at Como Stitches. So she made it 2 inches bigger all the way, like, taller and wider. And this might surprise some of you.
Yes, and she did say on her live last week that she can do custom orders.
Yes.
These quilt blocks look like they're quilted. They look like they're individually quilted.
Yes, they do. Not usually a purple girl, but I really liked it.
I can't believe you fell down the hole.
Started autumn at Hawk Run Hollow. Carriage House samplings. I am not, it won't surprise you, I'm not doing these 2 Halloween blocks, so it's not going to be as big. And I think, no, I am going long ways. So I participated for the first time in a Hawk Run Hollow Zoom. Pam.
Oh, yep. Wednesday night Zooms.
Yeah, she does it once a month. And I just started the top. I am doing it on 20 count Vintage Country Mocha blanket of it. All the called for.
Is it DMC?
DMC, which beautiful fall colors, but it's a lot.
I didn't realize that they had that many Hawk Run Hollows.
They do.
But you posted somewhere now they need to come out a stitching
village or something.
Yes. I'd stitch that. Are you going to stitch all the squares so then you can bounce around and do what you feel? No.
I'm going to go one at a time. So I have just the top scrolly part stitched.
Wow, that's big.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. And it met, and I was able, and I did it, most of it while I was actually Zooming. So that to me is...
So now can you cut your fabric?
I probably could, yes. Will I?
Probably not.
I don't know. So I started that.
Wow, I didn't realize how big they are. I mean, I knew they were big, but...
I'm struggling reading the chart. I'm going to have to try to do something a little different. It's
I heard that.
Yeah. In my opinion, they're not easy to read. But...
Can you scan them in?
I have tried that, and I'm going to try it again in better lighting to see if it will scan better into GoodNotes and see if I can manage it that way.
Reach out to Emma. She did a really good job. I struggled with one of mine.
Well, I mean, I managed to do it. I was just...
Oh, I love it. Show how you did your DMCs.
I was doing it really quick.
You put 2 on.
I did. Kia gave these to me, and she already had 2 holes punched, and these are craft card tags from Michael's or Joann's. And there's 60 DMC floss in this chart, so I doubled them up.
I love that idea.
I don't care to have extra holes for my...
Extras?
No, because unless it's a really long piece, I'm throwing it away.
Yeah.
It's
especially DMC.
Don't come at. I throw it away. I just do. Call me Brenda. She does that too. Because I don't want to mess with it.
Too small, too big to... No. Too big... Too small to use, too big to throw away.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
And I don't know, this is something else too, and I am absolutely loving this. The drawn thread, Be My Valentine. It's really hard to see.
Can you? What about the back picture?
Yeah, I'm going to turn it around.
This is gorgeous. Even prettier in person.
I think this came from a friend's stash that she acquired. I'm a little foggy on where I got this. I came home from Stitch Away with it, I think. So I did my own, this is, see, I go from being real organized and fancy to that.
I love it.
I just pulled colors and purples and deep burgundies and greens and light pinks. And I'm just literally choosing as I go.
Oh, wow.
And each, there's 30 little individual squares, and there's lots of specialty stitches, so I'm learning lots of new things. The drawn thread does an amazing job with their directions, so I'm going to show you.
I was just going to say.
So block 1, it tells you exactly. Work cross-stitch areas following the chart and color key. Work eyelets in the corners using this floss.
Nice.
Work satin stitches, satin stitch hearts using this floss. I mean, and then there's your, so here's your block, anyway, eyelet. So then you look at the eyelet, and then you look at the satin. It's really a lot of fun.
I struggle with satin stitches.
Oh, I do too, and I just had to learn
especially on Ada. It's hard on Ada.
Yeah. And I'm doing it on 32 Lugana Vapors by Atomic Ranch, which is a nice purpley. And I have this, it's not going to be, I have, I think 11, 3, 6, 9, I have 13 squares done. And it's so much fun. I can't say I'm a fan yet of queen stitches, because that's what those are, and it just seems like a bunch of bulk to me. But I left them in, and I will keep working with it. But I couldn't put this down. I stitched on this
quite a while.
For quite a while. Every spare moment I had it out, and I was stitching on it, because each little square, I was like, oh, I wonder what I'm going to learn with that square.
So you had 13 finishes.
Oh, that's a good way to look at it.
Yeah.
And then my nice little thread bag. Those are my starts.
Nice. I had one. It's not much of a start, but that's, like I said, the Springamajig birds.
Those are so pretty. I don't know which one I like best. I'm not a purple girl, like I said, but those are really pretty.
And I didn't think I was going to do the eggs, but I may go and find them.
She'll do them.
That's what I have. Oh, whoops.
Cute.
On the frame.
And that's one of those that we talked about the last time.
Yep. And I took a little marker and I wrote the centimeters here because I couldn't remember. I asked you what size you had and I couldn't remember. And I actually use...
You're using the other side of
I'm
it?
using the other side because it's not as deep. This side's deeper than this side. Well, my hands are in the way, but it just happened to be how I put it on, but I just wrote with a little marker. And I have ordered a bigger one to do some other Satsumas. But
I'm using mine on a secret project, and I really like it.
Yours is bigger than this.
Yes.
Yeah.
But my perforated paper is even bigger than the space. Yeah. But it's working out fine.
Sometimes I have to move it around, and sometimes I don't. Depends on how you get it in there.
Yep.
I do have a smaller one. I don't know why I ordered the smaller one. Because I don't think I'd want to do a Mill Hill on any smaller than this.
But those little tiny Mill Hill bagged ornaments might fit.
Right. I haven't tried that yet.
It's easy to hold.
I have a couple of those to do. So that was the only start. That was quick.
That was quick. Whips. I'm just checking. I've been keeping up with the days. I've been keeping up with it.
Good for you.
I've been keeping up with it. January.
Nice.
I got ideas from my friend Tammy, though, and I went through the whole book and put stickers in ahead of time because I wouldn't do it otherwise.
Oh, I did that too.
So.
Well, you said you haven't stitched much, but you've been stitching.
Well, I haven't, my quantity of stitch. I'm stitching every day, but I might stitch 20 minutes maybe.
But it's 20 minutes.
But I'm also using, I don't know if anybody else is using this book that does like, well, I'm sure they are, but BOSME Whip Go type thing. But over here, I totally stole this from Tammy too. I got a starts section and a finishes. You see I had no finishes for February yet. There's my starts and my 2 BOSME calls for February, and I check them off once they're done. And I make a note down here of my scheduled February start.
Remind me to show this later.
Okay.
Just something I found that I wanted to share.
So anyway, I'll talk about my cover in a little bit too. What are we doing? Whips.
Whips. I love these spools.
I do too. So I had my, one of my February BOSMEs was Stacy Nash, Christmas at Hollyberry Farm. I know it's so pretty glaring, but, and this is on a 32 fiber on a whim. I said it right this time. That's not latte. Old Gold. And I just continued more on the border.
But you're getting there.
So I'll put this away for a while.
I wish the color of the fabric showed better.
It's hard. Oh, that's good.
Right in the middle. That's where
better.
it is. Yeah. It's gorgeous.
I need to take this to my serger and request it to be serged.
She's offered to teach you how to do it.
No, not interested. It's her serger. I don't want to mess it up.
You especially don't want it to come unthreaded.
Because I don't want to be taught how to thread it.
No.
And I have been, this is almost done. Friendship Tree by Shakespeare's Peddler, using a variety of floss.
Once I get the base branches done, will it go faster? Because I feel like I'm slogging.
What do you mean the base branches? Yeah, and I color completed.
Okay, because I'm doing, well, I'll show you in a minute, but I'm doing this and then a few leaves.
No,
and I feel like I'm dragging feet.
But it really does pick up speed.
Okay.
At least it did for me.
Because you guys all seem to have flown right through this.
Oh, I don't know as I would say I've flown through it, but...
It's a fun pattern. It's just...
Yeah, it is. And I'm doing it on 20 count Ada fiber on a whim latte. And I've done mine a little different. There was a cat down here, and I've just taken one of each style of the birds and put it down here.
I'll be putting the cat.
I'm sure you would. I did the 6 birds for the 6 of us.
And now I got to put the 6 birds.
You don't have to. I need to fill this apron in, and my birds need feet and the word friendship up here.
Okay, that's why that bird looks a little funny. He doesn't have any feet.
No, and I
is he going to have feet?
Yes, he's going to have feet. He only has one space of feet, and this one has 2.
Okay, because that's going to come. Oh, it'll match up with that. I thought it was going to come down below the tree.
No, it's going to match up.
Yeah. Nice.
So I did do that. That's what I had for whips.
Yeah, I didn't bring...
Not a lot.
I didn't bring mine. I put maybe 20 stitches in that. I
Yeah.
didn't even think anything of it. Same with this. I didn't bring Be Mine, but I stitched maybe 20 stitches on Be Mine. I just need to finish it.
What's Be Mine?
That is Krista Camping Stitchers.
Oh, okay.
And then I didn't get a whole lot in this one, but this is Seaside Tiny Town. I forget how many color changes there are. But I got most of the blue roof in. There'll be a big fish on top of it, but that's what I got done on that one.
I have to figure out this grocery order. supposed to let him know he's on his way, and I can't figure it out.
And then this is what I've really been working on. Well, I can't say that. I've been working on my retreat swap, and then I've been working on a secret stitch. But I have to take this out of the hoop. This is, I never can remember, the Elegant Thread. And this is Maine, my happy place. And this is actually starting to go really fast. Let me just move my needle minder. And that's where I'm at. So I finished the brown vine. I'm finished the blueberries except the centers, and I've moved up the side with the leaves and across the top with the leaves. I'm hesitant on my second blue color for inside the berries. So
it's very pretty.
I'm wondering if this blue
really light
is too light.
I don't think it will be.
I'm looking at that blue to go with.
I almost think you need something like that.
To go with that much difference?
I would try it.
Okay. Now, would you put the other words in light blue as well? I don't think so. It's hard to see.
Maybe
it says,
find something a tad darker.
Yeah, right here it says my happy place, and I think I need. I don't know. There's one little red. Now I was like, what is the red?
It's a heart.
Yep. So these were really fun last night. Doing these.
Oh.
I don't know what you call them.
Straight stitches? Is that what they are?
I don't know. They're straight, but.
What did they tell you it was?
It's, you go off at an angle. Yeah, see?
Yeah, I think they're just,
they're just straight stitches, but it's just neat how they did them.
It's fun.
I wasn't sure how it was going to come out until they were done.
I like that fabric too.
Yeah, this is Dirty Chai from Grace Notes. So I'll probably plug along with this.
That I might not get groceries. Mike has never done a grocery pickup, so.
I've never done a grocery pickup.
I am in love with it these days because I don't.
You don't have it's time.
I just am choosing not to go in and get groceries, and I'm doing okay with not needing stuff. So
anyway. That's my whips. Like I said, I'm working on a secret stitch and my swap item.
Do I know what your secret stitch is?
Yep.
Okay. If it's a secret, I want to know.
I'm pretty sure you're working on a secret stitch too.
Nope. Not yet.
Okay. Might not be the same secret stitch. I don't know.
Probably it is, and I'm just not.
But that's
BOSME.
I finished February.
Me too.
And we called the numbers for March.
Yep.
And I didn't bring my board, but I got 5 days on a spring pattern and 5 days on a fall pattern.
I got 5 days on winter. So as part of need to not see, I'm not buying patterns, so to speak, but I have bought some bags, and Como's Keeper folder is amazing, and this matches. I know I'm willy-nilly, but there's something in here I want to show. Another bag I have.
Yes.
And
when I remembered, guess what? They were all gone.
Yeah, like the last week it was 3 or 4 minutes sold out. So 2 zips, 2 pockets. It's amazing.
I liked how she said
Super
she
quality.
puts the zippers the opposite way.
Yeah.
So they're not, so this one zips
other.
up and this one zips down.
I like that.
Yeah.
So for my winter, I stitched this. Gotta unzip it, Missy. I stitched this as a gift for Brandy when I had her name in our Library Stitchers swap. And I want to stitch it for myself. And then I learned that this was a companion. So this one is Plum Street, My Heart's Welcome. She's taking a pineapple to her neighbor. And this is the Scarlet House, My Gift to Thee. And she's getting a little Christmas tree.
I've never seen that.
I don't know how I came upon that.
You were telling me about it, but I've never seen it.
And
oh my.
I am using a lot of the same floss that I stitched Brandy's because I liked it so much. So
Is that charted in there?
I don't know.
That's funny. They have a little dog on the back.
It's probably their dog.
Well, I know, but I wondered if it was charted instead of a bird.
Oh, I might be able to do that instead.
You might be able to figure that out. That is gorgeous.
So I'm excited to do it, and I'm going to do it. I stitched Brandy's on 20 count. This isn't a big enough piece for both, but I stitched hers on 20 count vintage country mocha, and I liked it. So I'm going to do it.
Nice.
For myself. And while I was at it, not that we have to talk about all this other stuff, I had this. A lot of my table mates at Stitch Away bought this in...
Still having hot flashes. You know, it'll go away in a minute.
50s. They bought this as a trunk show, la-di-da trunk show, and I knew that I already had it. It was given to me as a kit, a complete kit from a friend.
Oh, yeah.
So I took it apart a little bit. Some of the floss I subbed out. So anyway, I'm going to start that. I'm just going to start all the stuff.
Well,
and
yeah,
I have
you
something
can.
else. Oh, that one's going to stay in there. So anyway, these are amazing. And I know that there are others that make these too, like Tiger Lily has her version and all of that. What I love about this is the amount of projects that you can put in it. If you're going for a day stitch, put 3 or 4 projects in here and go.
Yep.
That's what I do take them out of my project bag to put them in here because I find that it's easier that way.
Oh, absolutely. I found, especially like going to a retreat, that if they're in something like that, you're not hauling 6 or 7 project bags. They actually take up room. I mean, so like I said, I got spring, and I was just telling Missy, I just pulled a bunch of patterns, and now I know what it is I want to stitch. I'm actually probably going to do 2. This is the Darlene Dion design pattern that she gifted to me.
She's got some cute stuff.
Yeah, she does.
Recently, well, her stuff is all amazing, but
this will be a quick stitch, so I think I'm going to stitch this too, because I want some spring rather than just Easter.
I love how his head is stuck right in the middle of his body, and
yeah, it's perfect
to make it look dimensional.
And then this is out of the Just Cross Stitch Spring. Yep, it's listed as spring. Surprise, Erin Elizabeth. Whoa.
Again, somebody who has... We're going to talk about some of our favorite... there's lots of favorite market, but ones that really come to mind to us.
So, and our friend Tina finished this, and it's gorgeous. Pretty. So, yeah. I like that little wooden design. I wonder if I can find something like that to go on the
I bet you can.
Easter.
You probably have something.
No, I have to go shopping.
I thought you were going to say, no, I'd have to look for it.
Yeah. And then my fall one, that was not a question at all, in my bag from Emma, my little squirrel bag, is Puntini Autumn Friends. And when I was at Barefoot, I got, I don't like the glare right there. I got all the threads.
That's a lot of fill-in.
Yeah, it's a lot of fill-in.
Well, how big is the whole thing, though?
91 by 75.
Oh, that's not bad.
So, and I got the pins. I got this when we were at Stitch New England retreat for the, when we went in the day before. So I got the pins and the button, and so then I picked up
adorable.
All the threads. And the
what
fabric.
What are you using for fabric?
Oh, this fabric is Eucalyptus by Atomic Ranch. Ooh. And I got that also at New England. Stitch New England. So
very nice.
That's where my needle minder went. I love needle minders.
Just can't keep track of them.
Nope. Someone made a comment. Emily Call posted a picture that and now when she's going places, she buys a pin. And I told her that I do the same thing, except we cut the backs off and make needle minders out of them.
Yep.
So those are my 2 BOSME. Just waiting for the first. So, not that there's rules, but you know. And I've cashed in January and February. paid myself for January and February. I thought that was a great idea. So put it in my jar.
There you go. Flosstube Buddy.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
The one that, well, we've picked several. We've watched a lot of new ones. I didn't write it down.
Sorry. I was
I know
in my head I had Designer Spotlight.
I know you did. This past week, actually last weekend, I watched Vonna's new one. So if you're not watching Vonna, go watch her.
And also, like, find her blogs, The Twisted Stitcher.
Vonna.
If you Google Vonna or The Twisted Stitcher,
yeah,
she has amazing tutorials.
Yep. And the only thing,
often will take her tutorials and Helen's side by each, and I pick out the things that work.
Yep.
Good for me.
Yep. And she does comment on this on her last video. I don't know if you watched her latest one.
I gotta watch it again though.
She does this out of the goodness of her heart. She doesn't charge, and the only thing she asks is if you use her tutorial, just give her credit.
Yeah, which we should be doing.
We should be doing anyways.
Right? Yeah.
I have her cording video saved under my YouTubes because her cording video is spot on. Spot on. It teaches you how to do cording with two threads, 2 colors, 3 colors, and 4 colors.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. They're awesome.
4 colors.
Yep.
Wow.
You just use less threads so it's not big and bulky, unless you want it big and bulky. I watched Mary Lou.
I got them on here. 2 crossed stitchers.
They were so fun.
I'm not sure we talked about them yet.
I couldn't remember.
I couldn't remember either. Two, the digit 2 crossed stitchers. And Mary Lou and Amy, we have yet to meet Amy. I haven't met Amy
I haven't met Amy yet either.
New Hampshire ladies, and they just are doing
and we met Mary
amazing
Lou. She used to come up to our Auburn Stitch Day. And she'd drive all the way from New Hampshire. And she's the sweetest, so I can't wait to meet Amy. But they are so fun. Their first video is called Their Test Tube. So I thought that was great. Who
Sorry,
else?
I gotta send
That's
this
okay. Let's see. On your list, we have Stephanie, the New England Stitcher.
Yep.
She's doing some great work. She's a quilter. She's a STEM teacher. She does
and she's
laser wood
doing
stuff.
cross stitch club after school with her kids too.
Yes.
And people have been sending her stuff for her students.
Yes, I have some. I gotta remember. Amazing. I have some stuff for her kids too. Helen D. Obviously, I mean Helen D. is a Mainer, and you see I put the R on that. Maina. And
run it. Oh.
Yep. She has a lot of tutorials.
Yep. Just amazing.
Yeah.
Running with Scissors, Jane and Julie. They're back. They're back. I mean, they've been here.
Right.
I have not finished their whole video yet, but I am thoroughly enjoying it. I cannot
the newest
wait.
one?
Yeah.
Oh, it was great.
Cannot wait. Hoopy Hobby is Angela out of Colorado, and it's been a few months, and she pretty much has revamped and restarted in Flosstube #1, but she is not new to Flosstube, and I've really enjoyed her. Chris the Camping Stitcher.
We love Chris.
The 4th grade Stitcher.
I have yet to watch her. She's in my queue.
I don't know if I mentioned her before. I think her name, no, I don't want to say. I was going to say Melissa, but I think I'm wrong. She is a 4th grade teacher. She calls herself the 4th grade Stitcher, and she is delightful. Lindy Stitches, I have enjoyed her her videos leading up to Nashville, and then Nashville Market, Needlework Market, and then when her husband joins her, they need to take that act on the road. They are so
great.
Funny.
I met a little bit. I met Jason at the Jingle Ball. He was in a room and he was chatting with everybody.
Yeah,
I've enjoyed watching Lindy for quite a while, and she's just She's very unique, but she's very true to herself.
Yeah, yeah. Jessica Sweetwater Stitcher, I've really been enjoying her videos, of course. But her latest video, she has a great video about what she takes to retreats, gifting, should you be into that, whether it's a roommate gift, sometimes you gift something for a roommate, table gifts, or just a little something for somebody that might be there that you'd like to give something to.
I'm glad you mentioned that because
it's really a really good video. Her instruction is very good.
So
that's what I've been watching.
Yeah.
I've been watching split screen crime shows at work now. So
yeah, you guys, between you and Ashley, when we were down in North Carolina, got me into podcasts. So the Dark Down East.
Yeah.
So for this episode, this is a very bad picture. So I do have it.
Bad though.
I know, but it's when you see the real life picture.
This person's got some nice stuff. We're talking about our designer spotlight.
Yep. Let me get there. So it's KiraLyns from KiraLyns. Her name is actually KiraLyns. KiraLyns Needle Arts, and this was the one I grabbed. So I'm going to show you this, and then I'll show you a much better picture. But just so you can see, here's the name, KiraLyns Needle Arts.
So KiraLyns Needle Arts. She's that on Etsy
yes.
and Instagram, right?
Yep. And then this is the actual picture.
So pretty.
For some reason, my printer says it's not out of ink.
But it is.
Oh, yeah. It does not have yellow ribbon on it. But this, I just thought was so pretty.
That is
and
so
she's
pretty.
got some great designs.
She really does.
We reached out and we asked her if she would be our designer spotlight. And so one of you, in the comments, one of you will get a pattern from her. Mm-hmm. And in the comments, what word should we use?
What's her chart say? Honey.
Okay.
Oh.
You want that one instead?
I don't care.
Gentleness.
Don't forget the E after the L. Hey.
Oh, okay.
Just saying. You got to spell it right.
Gentleness. Gentleness.
Thank you, teacher.
Gentleness. So, and check her out on Etsy. I reached out last night. Her name is KiraLyns Robbins. When I went to make the purchase, it said there was an issue with PayPal. And I reached right out to her and she's like, I shouldn't be. Try it. She said, but she clicked a couple buttons. She said, try it again. She was spot on with the messages.
Nice.
I don't think I waited 5 minutes before she messaged me.
Was it downloading the PDF?
No, it was checking out.
Oh, okay.
And then the download was instant. But like I said, and then she reached out with me again this morning and made sure I got it and there was no problem. So she was awesome to work with if you had any questions. But nice. I really struggled with, because I'm trying to be good, but I knew I wanted a nice springy pattern.
That's
and
really
I struggled with which to choose. So
that's nice.
So gentleness in a comment. Nice. And KiraLyns, I'm looking forward to add to cart.
So where do we want to go from here? Let's save all our questions for the end.
Okay.
That's what you want to do.
Yep. Do you want to do haul? I don't have very much, and you don't have very much. And
yeah, let's do that, and then we will give a quick retreat update. We said before, we realized that not everybody is going, but we're going to use this platform to try to reach some who are going, so you'll likely hear things about the retreat coming.
In my haul, and I'm not going to...
Very pretty fabric.
Hold on. We'll go this way first. So I bought a keeper myself, and this was I guess you call it a private sale. She's not making them yet to sell, but I'm going to do a quick flash. It's very similar to what you've seen.
Very pretty.
Asked me what my favorite color was. and I
just kind of went with it.
Yep. Well, and I
good.
absolutely love it.
Wonderful job.
And the person who made it knows I love it. So, yeah. So
very nice. Can I hold it?
Absolutely.
For a second? Nice.
So I ordered from Paisleys and Polka Dots. This is the frame that goes with. Shh. If I was buying one, it can't travel alone. It's the frame that goes with this.
Yeah.
So I haven't taken it apart yet, but I know that I need to take it apart, paint it, do all the things. Quick. It came really quick.
Nice.
So I'm excited to do that.
Are they the same ones that are doing those scales that people are stitching the housewives?
I don't know. Because there's several out there. Because there's Scarlet Sky, there's Paisley and Polka Dots, there's Chantel 141. I don't know if there's another wood person out there.
April. But I think hers are more primitive and painted.
I think so.
And I forget what April's business name is, so.
All right. And then, because, you know, you haven't seen any of this.
Brandy got us in trouble. I haven't?
No.
Oh.
So,
I was with you that day. I don't think I paid attention to what you...
So, I was at Marden's last night, and then I went to Michael's, because our Michael's open, and I found these 2 threads. It's horrible lighting. It's so dark out already. And what did we call these? Moulin?
It just means embroidery floss.
Yeah. But they were different. Yeah. I don't know. They were pretty. Last week when I went to Marden's, I found this fabric. Which weighs
a lot of it.
Yeah, not all for me.
It's upside down.
No, 'cause this one's right side up.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It was pretty.
I see.
And then I bought the buttons to go with. Half of it's going to
North Carolina?
No, Massachusetts.
Oh, your friend?
Yeah. Our friend.
What you got? Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then yesterday I had to go back because if you know Marden's, you have to go when they have it. They bought out a quilt store.
Big one in Litchfield, Maine.
And hundreds of bolts and hundreds of fat halves and fat quarters and
it was all primitive,
vintage,
Civil War reproduction. Beautiful, right up my alley.
Yeah.
Ellie and I were there before Marden's opened yesterday.
And the lady told me...
I was the youngest person there.
Yeah. So was I at the time.
A lot of older.
The ladies told me, because they were getting ready to clock out when they cut my fabric, that the average wait was 2 hours to cut fabric. There was a line, if you've ever been in this Marden's, down to the back of the store and all the way over into
furniture.
Yeah. So Missy said
they have those electric scissors now.
Missy said to step out of my comfort zone. So I did.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
So I bought that with that. Now I did get advice because not only I asked you, but the ladies in Marden's were
Listen, I'm just gonna tell you a secret about Kathy.
I can't make a decision.
And she will ask everybody and then not go with anything anyone says.
Oh, no, I did this time. I sent this to you, and then the ladies walking by around me, she said, oh, that's a perfect match. So I didn't really ask them, but, and then I bought, hold on, this, which is not me.
Why are they separate like that?
Because these are fat halves and these were cut off the bolt. I bought that and that.
That would almost go too.
Yep,
little splash.
So, yes, if you bought it off the bolt, they cut it. But if you bought the fat halves, they bagged them all together.
Okay.
Okay, and then these are just random pieces that I bought. Oh, there we go. Polka dots.
That's a half yard.
That's a half yard.
It's thicker.
I bought this, but I could not find a matching fabric. But that's me and stepping out of the comfort zone. So that's a little combination of both. Well, it's
you.
It's me, but it's not.
It's bright. That's what I mean.
I had to have this. I looked
That's really pretty. After you were gone, because Kathy texted me this picture, I thought that would be a good, I'm stitching, is it Always Remember?
Yeah.
It's the Plum Street with the poppies.
Yep. I think it's called Always
And that
Remember.
would be,
well, I thought I'd use this for a spring pattern,
Mm.
and I bought that to go with it.
Very nice.
So.
You're going to be making some bags.
Yeah, well, no, I just bought the fabric. This, I don't know. I hemmed and hawed. It was $1 a yard.
Oh, well, you have to get it.
No, sorry. It was $2 a yard. I got a half yard. So it had fun summer flowers.
That's pretty.
And then I saw this last week, and I had to go back and get it. Little rain boots. So that was Marden's haul. My husband has no idea.
He does now.
Oh, I bought a fat quarter. This is Brandy's fault. So this is hashtag Brandy's fault.
So after our Library Stitchers retreat, we went into downtown Belfast. And it is called Fiddlehead Artisan Supply.
So if you are so inclined to go,
they have everything you can imagine for fabric. They have some finishing stuff, artsy, like upper end artsy, craftsy, fun papers and pens and
paint and drawing and
really neat store.
They do have some DMC.
Yeah, they had like pro cotton too.
Trim.
Trim. Don't know where your trim is. I don't have it.
Trim for pom-pom trim for $1.29 a yard.
Yeah, and they had rickrack and stuff too. I didn't buy any of it, but wow, can you see my roots in this or what?
Snails. Yes, snails.
If you guys could have been there with Kathy and I, it was very clear.
It's very over. Oh, yeah, we were having a ball. She was
like,
on one side.
Oh, that's so bright, Kathy. She's like, man, that's dull.
I
didn't bring my fabric.
I'm like, but this is all I have. So, I mean, this is...
No, that's fine.
I said, but it's not obnoxiously loud.
Right.
This is hedgehogs and bunnies.
It's very pretty. I'm glad you didn't go with yellow with it.
And then Shirley helped me find that fabric to go with. Shirley has a great eye because she helped me find actually
that too. Well, the one to go with it, right?
Yeah, the one to go with it. But you have to get the full effect here. I mean, look at those sewing cats. Missy's shaking her head behind the camera.
I thought it was a fox.
No, they're
one of them was a fox.
No.
He's got a massive. He looks like a fox.
He's laying on top of a sewing machine.
That's so funny.
So, and then we got this fabric to go with. I'm done.
Now you're going to go right in and you're going to fire up the sewing machine.
Do you know how many bags I have already cut that I haven't?
Oh, I know. I hear you. So I have another bag. From Como Stitches, her salt box. I forgot. This was a, I don't know if it was a mystery order or a pre-order. I think it was a pre-order.
That was a pre-order.
And I forgot.
You forgot you bought it?
I forgot until I got the shipping notice. And I was like, ooh, I forgot about that. Anyway, they're amazing, of course. Vonna talks a lot about her old magazines, Treasures in Needlework, and it sent me right to Etsy. And I am loving these magazines. They're a great quality magazine. I have Winter 1992 and Summer 1993.
Okay, so
I have one in my mailbox.
Why did you pick them? Because I like to look through.
I don't know. I just did because I took Vonna's advice and she just said if you can get them, get them.
Those particular years?
No.
Just the magazines.
But they are just a beautiful magazine. And it's not just cross-stitch. There's heart hanger, lace work. There's an article in this one, Vesterheim, the Norwegian American Museum.
Nice. Check.
Just really, really fun.
Next time you go down to Auburn, check.
I'm trying to find.
I don't know if they have any of those treasures at Goodwill. They have some magazines, and I passed up a bunch of magazines.
Oh, maybe they do. Anyway, I just...
The one on the front is adorable.
Isn't that cute?
Did she show that same picture?
Yep, she did.
Okay.
And she showed this. And the Santa one is only selling for a couple $100.
No way. The magazine?
I'm not going to say that word.
Well, I did see that Lady of the Flag. I saw somebody selling it for $275. I struggle.
Well, I mean,
look at those birds.
I'm just not going to spend that kind of money.
No.
Someone wants to spend their money, they can.
Those are cute.
Aren't those pretty? Like, you don't have to do them all. Or do it like that.
Look at that chickadee.
It's funny, that's what I was thinking too when I saw the chickadee.
And you went on Etsy or eBay?
I went on Etsy. eBay, I did a quick look and I didn't see
what you
much, or what I wanted.
That's why I struggle with the older
this
ones.
Pull for like the old stuff again, and I'm part of me. If you ever bought Paula Vaughn stuff on D-Stash a couple of years ago from me, well,
we both sold.
I wish I had it back.
We both sold all of it.
And we got a gift from our friend Tina. Team Egner sent us a gift, and which was very sweet of her. She's always so kind to send and to think of people. And it's Handmaids by Team Egner on Etsy. And so it's Team Egner, E-G-N-E-R.
Oh, these are so sweet.
So
thank you, Tina. Look,
she felt like that was more you.
Yep.
And I agreed with her.
Oh, I love them.
And she is the sweetest. We love her.
Do you remember the white rack that I showed last week that I got from Goodwill?
Yep.
I found a Lazy Susan, and I'm going to put it on that so I can spin my thing around.
Fun. And I've been beefing up some fabric. I know. I was gifted for my birthday a gift card to 123. So for all this fabric, I only paid like $3.
Nice. I like those sizes. That's what I like
this is some linen. This is 28 count Valor. Picture this plus.
That's not even.
And this one is an 1/8 yard.
It's more green than.
I know. And then I got two little 16th yards. This is again 28 Cashel, and it's Herald. And I know Picture This Plus dies tighter, so this is going to stitch up like 32.
Yeah, that's
because I have some 32 Lugana. I'm going to need a magnification for that. I wish you guys
could see how pretty.
And
there it is.
Oh, there you go. And then Twilight.
That looks like the blue that I stitched.
Which is so pretty.
That Santa, it's got Village on the bottom in Santa, but I don't remember.
I think that that snowman pattern by Chris the Camping Stitcher that I bought for all my table mates at Stitch Away, I think I'm going to do that on this. I'm glad I didn't start it yet. And then, because, I go on Collar and Cotton every now and then, I'm not going to take these out of the packaging, but they had some 20 count Ada that I wanted to beef up also. And I got, these are 1/8 yards. Seaside.
Now, are those ready to ship when you order?
These were ready to ship.
Okay.
I just look every now and then.
Yep, because I mean, it's not like I don't have anything, but.
No, Chantilly.
That's really pretty.
Aged paper, which I think I have some of this.
I like that.
But it's beautiful. Just beautiful. Since it can't get in the club because, they're so popular. And I know I have some Boardwalk.
I don't. I'm going to have to go on.
And I love it. So I was like, but I think the Boardwalk I have is an 18 count. So
what made you decide 20 count?
Because I'm organizing my fabric in the cabinet that Mike got me for my birthday. Very slowly doing it. It's the last thing I'm doing. And I like 20 count Ada because I like the looks of 40 count linen. I like the size of things stitched. But I'm probably not going to ever stitch on 40 count
so 56
linen.
Count is
so 20 count Ada
is 40 count linen, right?
Is that's,
I was just curious because I know you went from Ada to Lugana, and then
I like it. I mean,
we stitch it all. I know, but
And linen is new, but I am going to do it.
Holly sent me a little piece, and I'm going to try
Yes,
it.
we have that, don't we? Honey glaze from, was it? No. Legacy?
I don't know anymore.
So, that's what I have. So, no patterns, because, you know, oh, shoot, I forgot her card. Lisa on, oh gosh.
Okay, you look. While she's looking that up, we talked to Chris the camping stitcher, and she mentioned Missy's Kachunka machine.
Ah, Kachunka.
Kachunka. You have to drop the R.
This is vocabulary class.
Kachunka. So, it's a point driver to fur framing.
And we've heard it used quite a bit the last week. And I'm like, you're saying it wrong. You're saying it wrong. Drop the R.
Kachunka.
So Lisa Fran is Primson Greenway. I believe I'm saying that correctly.
I think so.
I'm just trying to get to a point where I'm not going to... Yes, Primson Greenway. And these, I know you've probably... If you watch Brenda and Laura, Brenda and the Serial Starter, you saw this. This is where I saw it. And it is a cover for your Book of Days. And it's just gorgeous. Very frivolous, but you know what? I like it.
It's cute.
So, you know, I'm not buying charts because I don't have money for that.
No, she's just not buying charts so she can buy other things. Works for me.
Just replaced it. I told Jess of Como Stitches, I think it was her, like, not buying charts, but
I liked it when I was watching
out.
it after the fact, and I liked it when she called you out and said, you shouldn't be here.
You didn't know that I had typed.
No.
I should not be here.
Right. And I can't see the comments because I watch it after the fact.
All right. Before we had people, before we get into questions that people were asking of us, because, you know, we said that we were going to do a little reintroduction of ourselves because we have a lot of people here from
That's right.
since the beginning. We do want to give a quick update or some information on our Library Stitchers retreat, which is happening in April. And Ann Pitt, hi Ann, can't wait to see you again, posted a couple of days ago that it was only 53 days away, and my stomach went
I'm so excited.
Me too.
I'm
very excited.
I told Missy today that
I'll be very excited for Friday afternoon. Once it's up,
yes. I was like,
and established and we're settled in.
I told Missy this right before we started that I got looking at our work schedule because I have half a day on Thursday, I have Friday off, and I'm scheduled to work on Saturday. And I'm like, nope. So that has been rectified, but we are so excited about it.
Very excited. So in talking with, in texting with Emma recently, we decided that the next time each of us films, so Brandy and Emma are B&E Stitchery, so go watch them.
Yep.
They're amazing. That going forward, we do have a wait list. The wait list is still open. You're still welcome to sign up if you would like.
We'd love you to.
And we are going through some names because stuff happens.
Yep. Some people signed up, last August, and they're realizing that it's not going to work.
And it's okay. The standard was you were going to be invoiced and then 7 days to pay that invoice. This is if you're coming off the wait list to replace somebody who cannot come. We are reducing that to 3 days because we need some turnaround. We're getting closer, and we sit and wait a week at this point.
Right, and we have to have numbers for the.
So yeah, we just really need to try to. We also want to give other people an opportunity. So if you get an invoice, and you'll have 3 days to pay that invoice, but if you know getting that invoice, I can't come now, please respond and let Emma know right away, okay? And then she can go to the next person in line. Of course, we'd love to see you. And then if you are on the closed Facebook page, we have had a few people requesting, just remember that the Facebook page, if you happen upon it, is for retreat attendees only. But on our Library Stitchers website, librarystitchers.com, and the Facebook page, not only are we sneak peeking trunk show and vendors, which has been amazing.
Yep.
The one we just did was Miss Judy with JBW Designs. So excited. March 1st or thereabouts. Maybe give us the first of that next week.
Yep.
Because March 1st is in 2 days.
Yes.
Wow.
No. Yes.
Wow.
Friday.
Yes. Tomorrow's leap year, right? Leap year day.
Yes. Tomorrow's.
I didn't say that. Leap day. Can I tell you?
It's the 29th.
And I just saw her at the grocery store. Someone I know. Here I go.
Woo!
Somebody I've known since, well, my whole life. Her and I, her name is Amy, her and I and another boy used to get picked up as 3- and 4-year-olds by the local taxi driver, Revlo. To go, he would taxi us to preschool, the next town over, pick us up and bring us back home. Anyway, Amy's birthday is leap year. And I saw her recently at the grocery store. I said, "You can have a birthday this year." I never forget her.
That's funny.
Anyway, yeah, we took the taxi to preschool.
I didn't know that.
So, like, our parents just put these 4-year-olds in a car. Sure, we weren't buckled up or anything. Away we go. That was the 70s for you.
Woo!
So, round about the first part of March, we're going to start with some what might appear to be answers to frequently asked questions. So, there will be some information and some guts and nuts and bolts coming.
Yep, coming. Yep.
Essentially, that's what it is, right?
I know some of the questions that have been that I've seen are smalls exchange questions.
Yep.
Which, if you've never done one, and you want to, and you're curious and you want to do it, because I know my first one, I thought, I don't know if it's good enough. It's always good enough.
Always.
We love getting your swap person is going to
stitches.
get something, and then they're going to love it.
Yeah.
You don't have to add goodies. You
Nope.
can. 6x6 or smaller stitched item. That doesn't mean that you can't put it on something bigger to mount it, but don't go, don't make it ginormous for yourself. And package it in, if it's Halloween, package it in an orange bag or a black bag,
Yep.
It's Christmas, package it in a Christmas bag. That way, if you don't celebrate Halloween, you're not going to grab that
Right.
bag.
You won't gravitate towards those sorts of things. Yeah.
But
And, where if you are attending the retreat and you are not on the Facebook page, answer a few questions. Give us a day or so to respond to that. I think usually it's pretty quicker. It's quicker.
Right. And that has to be someone who knows who's on the attending list.
Right.
So
And then, so we've started talking about, like, there's a thread of local restaurants when we're serving 2 meals a day there, but we're not doing breakfast, and people might be coming before and after.
right, because we'll be over there on Thursday.
Yep. So there's some of our favorite local places to eat that perhaps aren't franchise. There are all the franchise places also.
Right.
And the other one is a lot of people like to shop for antiques when they're also see, it never ends. It's always a rabbit hole somewhere. We've got to go to antique shops, or we've got to go to quilt shops. So anyway, there's a Google thread, that sort of thing. All of that to say, information will be coming.
Yep.
And we're very excited.
Yeah.
Things are coming together nicely, and we know that there might be little bumps in the road, and we're just going to go with it.
Right. And there's still a lot more surprises to come for announcements.
Yeah.
So
So we're very excited. So we asked the last time, and we were going to talk about ourselves, or reintroduce ourselves maybe, and the questions that people ask either through Instagram or within the comments, and they have all been hearted and liked and read. We just went through them yesterday, I think. I think that some of these questions might be answered as part of reintroducing ourselves also. And I'm just going to say it randomly. Do we garden veggies or flowers?
I garden neither. I kill plants. I say I don't like vegetables, but I do eat some.
Yeah.
But I don't garden.
I love the idea of flower gardens. I like the idea. I even like more the idea of perennial flower things. So lots of recurring lilies and chicks and hens, and I don't know. hostas and that
Oh yeah, I
sort
have
of
my
thing.
hostas.
So I do have that. Every year I spend lots of money at the local greenhouse and I buy hanging whatevers, and that 1 week in July that it's 1,000 degrees, as hot as the hinges of Hades.
I stopped
Or
buying.
a few days go by.
I stopped buying.
I know I need to do the same thing. Now, vegetable gardening, in the past we have had vegetable gardens. That is happening again this year, but that is my husband's. He does the planting and all of that.
You do the canning part.
And I do the preserving part. So he's busy throughout the summer, and for him it's like therapy. Like mowing the lawn, he would die if somebody else mowed his lawn. Me, I'm like, just do it. Yeah. Somebody do it. And I don't care what it looks like. So our relationship, we got this a lot.
Really?
And we got our relationship a lot, the history behind our relationship. Did we know each other first or when I met Mike? So the whole gamut. So Kathy and I are about 5 years apart in age.
Yeah.
So as I was leaving middle school, she was coming in, or as I was leaving high school, she was coming in. I actually met Mike my 8th grade year, so I was 13. We were band geeks. And so he was a freshman, and they came to the middle school to kind of help us. Whatever, add support, music, whatever. Our band teacher was amazing. She actually was a local lady that lived here in town. And like this would never happen today, but her and her husband were both music teachers in separate school districts, and they would have like parties for their band students at their house and stuff. It was just awesome. Anyway, so that's how Mike and I first met. And we knew each other all through high school, and we were really good friends all through high school. And I actually met Kathy one night at again, this is the 80s.
Yes.
And I remember you being in the chair with Teen Beat and 17 magazines all around you, and she was not happy.
I was pouting.
8th grader. 7th grader. I don't know. Anyway, because I was still in high school, so you were a 7th grader.
Yes, because I went to your graduation with Aaron Williamson, so it must have been your graduation.
Yes.
So I was pouting.
Yes.
It was snowing. I was supposed to go to a school dance.
It was very icy, so it got canceled. And Mike and I, who were each dating different people, but again, he's home on leave from the Air Force. We're good friends. Other friends couldn't come with us. We had like a small group of friends. I was the only one that could go or whatever.
You were going to the movies, or you were going to?
Yeah, we were going to the movies in Papagino's for pizza, and Mike's dad said, "Nope. Now here you are. Here's Mike, an adult in the Air Force," and his father was like, "Nope. It's icy."
It was icy,
and it really was. Yeah. It was. We didn't need to be going anywhere, and not only that, but I was spending the night at these people's house. I didn't know.
Yep, Dad wasn't letting her. Well, you didn't drive.
No, I wasn't driving then. That's a funny thing too.
Yeah.
So what do? Like, if my daughter's calling me and saying I have to spend the night here and these are people I don't know, what are we gonna say? Your dad will be right there. Doesn't matter. Your dad will be right there. Nope. This was 1985. And I called my mother up and I said, Mr. Timberlake says I have to spend the night because it's too icy. And she's like, okay, I'll see you tomorrow. So
we probably played games or something, but I don't remember.
Know.
That's all I remember of the whole story.
I remember too. So. That's all. And I remember they had a young lady living with them, and I didn't care for her, but I was very nice. I was a good guest. Yeah. So that's, in a nutshell, that's that.
Yeah.
In a nutshell. Our occupations and the history of that.
The history of it.
Yeah, wow, I don't know.
Yeah. I've learned that just a bank teller is, there's no such thing as just a bank teller.
Don't ever say just a mom. Or...
I know, yeah. A bank teller. I've come full circle. I was a bank teller 20 years ago and had several hats since then, but I'm back in that. And all the things that go with it.
But you've done other things. You were a Pampered Chef.
I was a Pampered Chef consultant for years.
Mm-hmm. You did a lot with that.
I worked in insurance. I worked in the town office. another bank. Yeah, going down through the hats.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm back in banking, so new accounts.
Currently, I work seasonally at a tax office, which explains all of this. Whatever. We're all working hard.
You've been doing that for a long time.
I've been doing that. I figured it out since the year 2005, so the 2004 season.
Wow.
I had left my full-time job in finance to be home with Grace full-time. And then the lady who owns the tax office used to be my supervisor in a previous life at a credit union. I kind of worked in finance and office management. Called and said, do you want to work and be our receptionist? And it's just, you know, what days can you work? And they've always been amazingly flexible. And so when I say, you know, I came in at 7 o'clock this morning, she's like, what? I'm like, listen, you're very flexible with me, so I know when I need to give some extra.
Yeah.
So that's that. Kathy, why don't you like stitching borders?
I don't know. I just
Are you
don't.
peeking at these ahead of time?
No, I saw that
Just
one because I
kidding.
saw my name. I don't know. Fear of them not matching when you get all the way around.
That's valid.
I don't
Especially
know.
on a big one.
Yeah. I just don't know. I just don't like them.
You have said before, though, that sometimes you feel like they box you in or they close you in as far as finishing.
As far as finishing, yes.
Because we do finish almost all of our own stuff.
Because when you're, you know, doing something in a frame and you have that border, if it's not right, it's obvious.
Right.
Whereas if it's not there, you got a little more leeway to.
Yeah.
So, and I struggled with the Winter Rose Manor because the border is perfect. I love the border, but because it's two different size, it's this size and bigger on the other size. Bigger size, you know what I mean? You guys know what I'm saying?
They're different. They're completely different.
It's an optical
Style,
illusion when
yeah.
you're looking at it, because every time I look at it, I'm like, it's not. It's wonky, and it's not.
No,
I like
it's not.
so.
And that leads into our most meaningful stitch.
I think mine's the Winter Rose Manor right now.
Yeah.
I have one that was given to me that's much more meaningful. It's Ashley's first finish. And it says you never know how strong you are until you have to be strong. Something like that.
Yeah.
But I think Winter Rose Manor is my most meaningful because it's the one I've put the most time in. What about you? You have
These, I always run to these, and we talk about framing, and I framed this myself early on, and I can tell, but you know, I don't care.
I can't see it. So
this is, I think it's called Suffrage. I think it is called Suffrage Act, Little House Needleworks. And this is not exactly how the pattern is depicted. But for me, I loved this because historically, 1920 is the year that most women gained the right to vote, not all. But that was rectified. And it was also the year that my grandmother was born, and she never voted a day in her life.
Oh, really?
She never voted. And in 2020, my daughter turned 18. She's named for my grandmother. And she graduated, and she got to vote in her first presidential campaign in 2020. So I just felt I'm a sucker for anything I can make sentimental, and you know. And I framed this myself, and I just told Kathy I need to tear this paper off. Now that I have a kachanka and I know what to do better, I'm going to fix it. And then this was framed at Hobby Lobby, but this is Summer Jubilee by Blackbird Designs, and I stitched this. This was my 54th birthday start, and I know I've shown it before.
It's gorgeous.
And it's so pretty.
Someone's just starting this, and I can't remember who I just saw.
Oh, you know what? I think I saw that too.
I just saw it this week on their Flosstube, and I can't tell you who it is. And
I always like to make something, not always, I often like to make something a little different. So my initials are stitched in pink, and my birth, the age I was that year, I flipped the numbers so that it would be appropriate. And these are initials of the ladies. So my mother and my grandmother, and then my 3 aunts, my mother's 3 sisters. So, And I think I mentioned that before, 2 of the 5. My mother is still living and one of my aunts is still living. So, I don't know. I like those. I can't say I love everything I've ever stitched, though.
No, no.
Because then sometimes I'm like, look, that's why that's in the box. Yeah. So that's those. Do we use the loop method when we start stitching?
I do if I take one strand.
Explain what the loop method is.
If you take your thread, I do it with one strand.
Yeah.
Do it. Put your ends together, and then when you pull it through, you have a loop in the back to catch. I have never done the front loop, which
I have not done that either. I did see Hoopy Hobby. I think it was her.
With a tutorial.
Showed how to do it, I think.
And then there is a way to do the loop method with 2 strands. But
I've never done that
But
either.
I have not done that. I just learned the loop method from you, a couple of years ago.
So I do the loop method, especially stitching with one. I do it with variegated. I do it with DMC. It doesn't matter to me. If I am stitching something with a variegated floss that I want to see a huge definition of variegation, then I will not loop start it.
Yeah, me too.
But typically it doesn't bother me. I will do the loop start every time. And if I'm doing 2 strands, I just hold and catch in the back.
I do,
and
yeah.
Just don't look at my backs because I
No.
I don't hide my tails, and that's just how it is.
No,
that's
how I do it.
Hey, at least I don't knot anymore.
I know.
Do you have a unicorn pattern?
I do not.
No, we talked about this quickly the other day, and I don't think I do.
Found there's a pattern that I'd love to have, but it's not out of print. It's the Mickey Mouse.
Oh.
It's the Mickey Mouse doing the self-portrait.
I think that's what it's called, isn't it?
I think it's called self-portrait,
Yeah.
But it's Mickey Mouse doing a self-portrait, and it's Walt Disney.
In the mirror.
In the mirror. But it's not out of print.
Because
I'm a huge Disney fan.
You also like to collect the antique Disney stuff.
Yeah. But like I said, it's not really a unicorn because I could buy it. I've never bought it because I've never
Yeah, you just never have.
So.
I don't have a unicorn chart or a pattern, but I am finding so you came back to cross stitch in 2018, right? Ish. And I came back in 2020, right before pandemic happened. But the longer I stitch now, this stint, the more I lean toward the things that people aren't stitching.
Right.
Or the older things. I love a good told in the garden. I think, and this isn't older stuff, but I don't think enough people are stitching Glendon Place. Right. Hawk Run Hollow is not something that I would typically stitch, but when I got in my head that when the offer was available to have that chart, and then when I got into my head that I don't have to stitch the Halloween, and that for me aesthetically, that's probably the one that I would like to stitch. And I do like the Christmas one, but I'm not going that nuts.
Yeah, not yet.
Yeah. So I really do like that, and I appreciate the Mirabilia's Butternut Road. Yeah. I appreciate all of that. Not really sure I would stitch it, but I don't know. I am one of those, if a lot of people are stitching it or it's brand new out on the market, I might not stitch. It loses its appeal to me a little bit for a while.
Right. Yeah.
I guess
But I also think that some of the newer patterns are aesthetically leaning towards the past.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. How did we get started stitching?
My mother.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
She taught us both at different times.
Yep. Ironically, though, she taught... Did we determine we stitch opposite?
No, we stitch the same.
Okay. I thought it was weird.
We had said that before.
Yeah.
But you sat in front of her to learn because you are left-handed. So that explains why we both stitch exactly like your mother does. Yeah.
Although I don't know if you call it railroading. You do half stitches and then come back.
That's not traveling either. Yeah, I'll stitch the whole row and then come back, but you stitch.
I stitch one X
individual
at a time.
X's. And I do that if I have to. If I have to. I'm not sure I'd be a great model stitcher.
Once in a while, I'll do that. You know, it depends on what I'm doing, and then I'll go back if I want to like make a short row and then keep going. But
you still do that even with DMC, right?
I do it with everything. Yep.
Yep. Do we get together to stitch other than retreat or video related?
No.
Nope.
There are times that we don't see each other except on video day.
Yeah. We'll FaceTime or we text a lot.
Yep. We text every day. Sometimes, FaceTime a few times a week.
Yep. But no, we don't.
No.
If we go to library stitchers, I mean, that's a meetup though.
Yeah.
We're stitching together with everybody else.
Yep.
The magnifier.
I could not find a brand. And I did not bring it with me. I want to say...
Someone asked us. She showed a mini magnifier in the last video. You can go back and look at that.
You could reach out to the girls from Barefoot Needle Arts.
That's they gave them to you?
That was something that they gave us. I don't know if... I mean, they bought them in bulk. So there's probably a number of places. Just put mini magnifier light.
Does it also clip?
No.
Okay.
So
maybe an Amazon search?
Yeah. But I know that they bought them in bulk because they came in a big box.
How do you know which needle to use for which count fabric?
I use 28 for most things. 26 if I'm going 16 count. And then 24 if I'm doing 14 count or perforated paper. That's just,
when I buy needles, I always text Kathy. What size needle do I use? I use a 26 across the board. I think that, so your 24 needles, it's a smaller number, but it's a larger needle in eye.
Yes.
You would use on your 14, 16 perhaps.
Although if you watch Vonna uses like a 24 on everything.
She does.
She said because it opens the hole so the thread doesn't snag or doesn't drag.
But doesn't leave the hole open long enough that it won't naturally come back together.
Yeah.
I guess it's preference. Somebody I watched this week was showing a needle and it was a petite. That thing was tiny.
Right.
I got to be able to see it.
Right. 28s are small, and I fluctuate between the two. I will use anything. I will use the DMC ones from Walmart.
Yeah.
I'll use the Artiste brand from Hobby Lobby.
I have both of those.
Yeah.
I love Bowen. I used to stitch with a lot, and I love the pony needles.
Yep.
Some people have a problem with the black tarnishing, and I think that just is your body makeup, your chemical makeup, because I'm not having that issue. So, but I also have very dry hands, so
yeah, I'll use anything.
Explain fabric count. So your Ada typically is 14, 16, 18, 20.
And 22.
Yes.
But.
So your common ones, right?
Yep.
So 14 count is a small number, but it's a bigger
I know,
square.
I don't have any to show. And it's 14 squares in an inch.
Yes. 14 squares or squares or stitches
yep.
within an inch. Your 20 count is a lot smaller. It's a bigger number, but you're getting that big number means you have more stitches in the inch. That's how I always thought of it when I was first starting.
You can buy a guide that if you're not sure what your fabric is, you can lay it on there and it'll show you. But I take a ruler, set it on there and I count between the inch. And sometimes it's 17 or an odd number. Usually that's a hand-dyed fabric and it's shrunk. So
well, and then that's the other thing. So is your fabric over-dyed, dyed or not?
Right.
So typically, if your fabric is an over-dyed fabric, it's been through a dyeing process, probably gone through hot water.
Yeah.
Not always. That can shrink it up a little bit.
Right.
We talk about that with Picture This Plus.
Right.
I don't find their Adas like that. I find their Lugana in linen is like that. Right. So maybe the process is a little different.
And that's why I always wondered why people said, oh, picture this plus is so tight. And I think it's floppy. I use their Ada.
Right.
But
so for Lugana, typically 25, 28, 32, those are your typical counts. Yeah. Same thing. 32 squares of stitches in an inch, but you are stitching over 2. So 32 divided by 2, it really is 16 count.
Right.
It's just all fascinating.
Right.
And
but you can stitch
linen
over one.
Is the same premise, but I don't know enough about linen, the wobble and the
weft and the wobble.
I don't know what that means. The way the post lines. We're not the people to ask about that.
Not linen.
So hopefully that answered that.
Or muddied the water, one or the other.
Maybe we confused you even more. So. Do we have craft rooms, and how do we organize our supplies? That's a huge question.
Yes, we have craft rooms.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we attempt to organize our stuff. It's not organized.
Do we reorganize multiple times? Yes.
I've been saying for how many months I'm going to clean my craft room.
Mm-hmm.
I really, really, really need to, and I will show a tour.
We really need to make that a goal for early summer.
I need a full weekend. I'm not going to tear it apart
because
for one
we're
day.
too busy right now with work and retreat and some travel coming up. So we really should. Maybe when we get back from our June trip, we should make that our goal.
Like I said, I want to at least
and we don't do everything the same.
No, not at all. And things change because you're taking your fabric off boards and laying it out. I'm still doing it on boards, but I'm going to rearrange how I'm doing it.
Right.
So we will show you a video at some point.
So those were some really great questions, and you can continue to ask things.
Oh yeah, we love it.
If you're really new here, we've been doing this a couple of years. I came dragging my feet.
Yeah, she did, kicking, screaming.
Like, no, I don't want to do that.
So, but we're on episode 44, and we have some special. What do you call those?
Oh, some tutorial type videos, special edition type things. You've done a few, and I recently did one because so many people wanted to know about those plastic tabs, adhesive tabs, and so there's a really quick video out there.
Yeah, Chris the Camping Stitcher mentioned that.
Yeah, with the link, and so many. I wonder if there are any available on Amazon right now.
I don't know.
And I had also posted. Whoa, not my drink.
Hello, Lily.
There you go. I had also posted on Instagram. The first 5 people who posted in a certain way would get 10 of them. I'm actually sending to more people, but I haven't done it yet.
Okay.
It's coming.
Do not chew on
I have all of your addresses and information screenshot in my photos, and they will be coming. So that's that.
Yeah. Oh.
What do you got going on?
Do we want to talk about favorites real quick?
Oh, shoot, yes.
We're an hour and a half in for not having anything.
We're talking Nashville
Needlework Market.
Thank you. I had 4 hours of sleep last night in LA today.
So we randomly went through and...
Well, we first said top 5, and I ended up with a few more.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 9.
I think I have 8. So go ahead.
All right. So
I want to see if we have any of the
these
same.
are not in any order, and these aren't guaranteed. She loves Missy. So
she really does. She really wants in my basket. She's been mild, though, today.
Rob's home.
Her person.
So these aren't in any order, and they're not a guarantee that I'm going to buy them right away, but these are ones that jumped out at me.
I'm not buying. But I have favorites.
I'm buying a few.
Well, I say that. I'll explain in a later video.
This is, I know these are horrible
probably,
pictures.
Kathy? Did you have to say probably? I know your husband's here, but...
This is the snowy, frosty tiny town, winter tiny town.
That's so pretty,
I love that one. This is Chubby Bee by Jeanette Douglas. There's something about it.
I thought that would be a quick stitch.
Right, and...
I love it.
When we make it up to Reese's, I'm looking for Chubby Bunny.
Reese is the Crafty Girl Malkin.
Yeah. And I picked it up 3 times at Barefoot. So, this is Erin Elizabeth's cat tier. There's a surprise. I know this isn't on Missy's list. This one might be, though. This is Erin Elizabeth's Stitchy tier. There's something about that one. Did we say the Scarlet House? Mm-hmm. I believe this is the Scarlet House. It's called the Stitcher's Alphabet. I think this is a Nashville release.
You can get that board too.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. You gotta research it.
Nice.
I believe you can. I think it's that, what's the name of that? April. And maybe she's Starry. I don't know, I'm sorry.
And then, I mean, it's got a bird on it, and
it's got all the things.
This one surprised Missy.
Here we go.
This is a Kathy Barrick.
I don't know how many reds are in that.
I wonder how big that house is.
And maybe it's not as big as you think.
Right. Teresa Kogut. This is the Strawberry Sheep. And I think it's called Spring Bunny. Not sure. This is Chrissy, Finally a Farm Girl. I thought that would be a nice quick spring.
Is there no mouse in that one?
There is no mouse in that one.
Wow.
And there's a little bird.
Is that a bird nest on top of that little tree that bird is in?
No, I think it's a flower.
Oh, okay. Very
Hold
cute.
on. Oh. It's a flower.
Oh yeah, it's a flower.
But that's the ones I came up with.
We don't have any duplicates.
So.
And so,
but that doesn't mean I haven't
we don't
seen them all.
often stitch the same things.
Nope. So.
But you did surprise me with some.
There's a sale going on with that.
I'm not doing the sale because that means I have to buy the chart, and I'm not buying charts. But when I can, this is on my list. 4th of July Rules by Primrose Cottage. And I already know I'm going to do it 3 and 3. And I'm going to prim my colors when I do it. I'm sure you've seen most of these.
In hindsight, the site I was going through today to pick mine, I don't remember seeing any primrose.
Really?
So that means I probably haven't seen all the patterns that are out there.
This was my Erin Elizabeth choice. Church on Holly Hill.
Oh, that's so pretty.
And I love that. It does kind of remind me of the church that we all went to, and Mike and I got married in. So I love that. Silver Creek Samplers, Day of Jubilee. Oh. Such a glory in all I see now that I can say I'm free. Let's see if I can turn it this way and make that part bigger.
There was a...
I love this.
Yep, and there was a Silver Creek that I liked with the butterfly.
I liked all of hers.
Yeah, and of course Lori stitched it, so...
Annie, the proper stitcher, has... it's her first market. She's new. Everything.
She wasn't on that site either.
Everything. I actually chose 2 of hers as my top, 8 or 9. This one is Proverbs 31:25. She is clothed with strength and dignity. She can laugh at the days to come.
Yep, that should be on my list too.
I love that.
That one I would stitch. Yeah.
And I love her Ellie's Garden for obvious reasons. Yeah. Maybe I didn't. I didn't put it on there. Ellie's but she Garden. Has one that is... it's got the willow tree, and it just, looking at it, the way that she's designed that tree, I can just hear it in the wind.
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing. Sweet Susan, so Sweet Wing Studio. I believe this is called Such a Time, I think is what it's called.
I don't remember.
You'll know when you see this. Perhaps you were created for such a time as this, Esther 4:14. And sometimes we question, we might question why we have to go through this. Why is it people like this? Well, maybe this is why.
That is such a pretty one.
And I do love that too.
And I think in all reality, we're missing. There's so many more out there that we just, there's just so many.
Teresa Kogut, Simple Life. Mm-hmm. A simple life is a peaceful life. And this is 200 by 158. Of course, it has a house with an urn on top. How many patterns do I have there?
I have a house with an urn. Well, I mean, it's better than the house with the big bunny on top.
Well, maybe, unless you like the big bunnies.
I love the big bunny.
I know you do. And I absolutely love this from Plum Street, and I think this is probably going to be one of the top of all market, and it is Nelson. George Washington's horse.
Yeah.
I love this. I love everything about it. And love this. Glendon Place. Tulipa.
Yep.
It's tulip with an A on the end.
That is pretty. That reminds me of the...
It is so
what is it
pretty.
called? Eggs all
Eggs all around. That's my March start. 45 DMC.
Yeah. And then, of course, there's always the 2024 Prairie School Santa.
Yeah, we don't know what that looks like.
So.
And it's, I did hear the price is $6 because they're always $6 supposedly.
I got excited.
I can't wait. I wonder who's going to be the first person that posts a picture of it.
Well, I got very excited because someone posted and I don't know what all of them are, but it was a Prairie School Santa, and it said 2024. And I'm like...
Yeah, but it was not the picture.
She changed the date to the year she stitched it, and I got excited, and I'm like, yes. No, it hasn't been released yet. So
those were some that were our favorites.
Yep.
Have you placed any pre-orders or anything like that?
I placed 0 pre-orders.
I haven't. I have. No, I'm lying.
Yes, you are.
I'm lying. I have a pre-order with Chantel about 5, 6, 7 pieces of wood, and you'll see other stuff that something else I pre-ordered.
Yeah,
when I get it. What are we doing?
I'm committing to buying nothing on February 30th and 31st. Nothing. I'm stitching. We have a birthday party coming up this weekend.
We're going out of town Saturday for a dear friend's birthday party.
Sunday we're recovering from the drive. Nothing. I have another doctor's appointment tomorrow, Friday.
I got nothing. I'm just stitching when I can and working. We don't have anything coming up. Don't have any plans or trips until our retreat.
Yep.
And Mike and I have planned a vacation in May. That's all bought and paid for. I got a plane ticket today for someplace I'm going because it was really cheap.
We're not both going, right?
No.
Okay, because I'm thinking you didn't tell me we bought plane tickets. Yeah.
No.
We got some summer plans coming up that we're solidifying, but
yeah,
that's about it. I'll wait till market orders are back and see what's out there that I absolutely have to have. But
well, we're gonna try to get up to the Crafty Grimalkin
in March.
Yep, in March. We've got a couple weekends. Like I said, we can get some snow in March.
Yep.
So we'll figure out definitely which day we want to go up, and but there are things that I definitely want double of the classic color work.
Floss. Oh, those new flosses.
They're gorgeous. Yeah. So I want to get my hands on some of that. Of course, I want to get my hands on
this new fabric coming out.
Atomic Ranch fabric, because I need that.
Yeah, relative term.
Mm-hmm. But, and my groceries should be home now, and
there you go.
We're having pizza for supper.
I don't know what we're having.
Homemade. Well, made in the house.
Right. Well, that's homemade.
I'm not grinding the flour.
No.
That's not happening.
No. So.
We call them non-pizza. We do pizza on non-bread.
Yep, we've done that. We actually did steak tips in the air fryer for the first time.
Are they good?
Oh my word, I love the little crispy ends. And we did not smashed potatoes, cut red potatoes, carrots and asparagus with sassy salt.
Rosebuds.
Out of Ohio.
Rosebuds Foods?
I don't know, it's over there.
I'm going to tell you because they have the best seasonings, and they are...
Do you follow them on Facebook?
Yes, they are.
I didn't know they had a Facebook.
Rosebuds Real Food.
Didn't know they had a
Organic
Facebook page.
seasoning mixes and honey sweetened fruit bars. It's all locally raised meat, produce. Rosebuds Real Food. Nice. I didn't know they had a Facebook page. So their sassy salt is amazing. So anyway, thank you. Thank you for your questions. Thank you for watching. I just wanted to say very quickly and very lightly that we know that our Stitchy community is rallying around our friend Holly Neal and her family. And we have seen it and seen it and seen it. And so thank you for always showing up. Always.
Yes.
Thank you for that.
So I can steal 3 quotes from 3 different stitchers. Stitch what makes your heart happy, enjoy your stitch, and straighten someone's crown.
Yeah.
That has been on my, it's been all week I've been thinking about that. So
I got to take this with
yeah,
me.
this community.
So
always.
thank you. Thank you for what you bring to it.
Absolutely. So leave us some questions.
Keep doing it.
And keep stitching. We're happy you're
It's
here.
like that camping. We used a primitive camp. Take what you take in, you bring out. So leave it better than you found it.
Absolutely. So.
Anyway, thank you all.
All right.
Goodbye.
Bye.